The origins of Western alchemy can be traced back to Hellenistic Egypt, in particular to the city of Alexandria. One of the most important characters in the mythology of alchemy is Hermes Trismegistus. The name of this figure is derived from the Egyptian god of wisdom, Thoth, and his Greek counterpart, Hermes. The Hermetica, which is said to be written by Hermes Trismegistus, is generally regarded as the basis of Western alchemical philosophy and practice. In addition, Hermes Trismegistus is also believed to be the author of the Emerald Tablet. The Emerald Tablet is said to be a tablet of emerald or green stone, inscribed with the secrets of the universe. The source of the original Emerald Tablet is unclear, hence it is surrounded by legends. The most common story claims that the tablet was found in a cave tomb under the statue of Hermes of Tyana, clutched in the hands of the corpse of Hermes Trismegistus himself. And the creator of the Emerald Tablet has been provided in myth as the Egyptian god Thoth, who Armando May writes, quote, divided his knowledge into 42 plates of emerald, codifying the great scientific principles ruling the universe. The legend tells that after the gods' fall, the Hermetic tablets were cleverly hidden so that no human being might find them. Only Thoth, on his return to that dimension, was able to recover the mysterious book. Who really built the pyramids of Giza? Thoth's enigmatic emerald tablets may provide the answer. The Emerald Tablet would become one of the pillars of Western alchemy. It was a highly influential text in medieval and Renaissance alchemy, and probably still is today. In addition to the translations of the Emerald Tablet, numerous commentaries have also been written regarding the contents. For instance, a translation by Isaac Newton was discovered among his alchemical papers. This translation is currently being held in King's College Library in Cambridge University. Other notable researchers of the Emerald Tablet include Roger Bacon, Albertus Magnus, John Dee, and Aleister Crowley. And today, knowledge of the legendary Emerald Tablet, at least one interpretation of it, is reaching new audiences with its presence in the surreal German language series Dark, an imaginative 17th century depiction of the Emerald Tablet from the work of Heinrich Kunrath, 1606. The interpretation of the Emerald text is not a straightforward matter, as it is after all a piece of esoteric text. One interpretation, for instance, suggests that the text describes 7 stages of alchemical transformation: calcination, dissolution, separation, conjunction, fermentation, distillation, and coagulation. Yet despite the various interpretations available, it seems that none of their authors claim to possess knowledge of the whole truth. Furthermore, readers are encouraged to read the text and try to interpret and find hidden truths themselves. Scholars say that Hermes Trismegistus was the fictional hero of the Corpus Hermeticum, but in Arabic Hermetic literature, Apollonius of Tyana is associated with Hermes. Apollonius is a historical figure. Unlike the legendary Hermes Trismegistus, he was a physician, a magician, and a spiritual person. Here is a fragment from the letters of Apollonius of Tyana, translated by Robert J. Pennella in 1979. Quote, all men, so I believe, belong to the family of God and are one with nature. Everyone experiences the same emotions, regardless of the place or condition of a person's birth, whether he is a barbarian or a Greek, so long as he is a human being. End quote. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth are said to reveal secrets of creating the Philosopher's Stone. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth, 1 through 13, of which are part of the original collection, and 14 and 15 supplementals, were translated by Dr. Doriel, who, as the book claims, had a connection with the pyramid priesthood and was instructed to recover and return the tablets to the pyramid. But before this, he was allowed to translate the work and keep a copy. The translation was done in 1925, and only now has permission been granted to publish parts of the work. Despite its mysterious origin, many have imputed great significance to the text. Its famous translators include Roger Bacon, Isaac Newton, and even H.P. Blavatsky. It seems that the reader is destined to read this ancient cryptic work, and if he is spiritually aware, he will read between the lines. Thoth is an Atlantean priest-king who ruled ancient Egypt for 16,000 years. After the sinking of his land, he went to Egypt, where he established his colony. It is Thoth who built the Great Pyramid of Giza and Cheops as the repository of the Atlantean knowledge and a place for initiating great souls such as Solomon and Jesus Christ into the mysteries. Hermes, in his third incarnation, the thrice-born, wrote the Emerald Tablets, which became basis for the ancient mysteries. The tablets were left in the care of the pyramid priests. From here they were taken to the Maya of South America. Thoth refers to his kind as the mighty ones, and those that he lives among, in Egypt, as little men. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light who dwell among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire. And of all these greatest among the children of men was my father, keeper of the great temple, link between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of men who inhabited the 10 islands. Thoth speaks of the degeneration of the hearts of the Atlanteans that led to their downfall and the great cataclysm. Only the temple of light survived atop a mountain on Undal, and within it the fortunate few who were saved, but it sank too beneath the waves to emerge in some future time. And those that were saved, including Thoth, left in the great ship of the Master, rising above the temple as though in a submarine. When in Egypt, the inhabitants tried to destroy them, Thoth paralyzed them with a ray of vibration from his staff and only released them when they groveled at his feet. Some say the sage Hermes Trismegistus wrote the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. According to Thoth, there is a passage to Amenti, the underworld beneath the sunken islands of Atlantis. From beneath the Great Pyramid, the pyramid he built using the power that overcomes Earth's force, gravity. This passage to the halls of Amenti reaches almost to the summit of the pyramid. At the apex, he placed the crystal that drew the force from out of the ether. He who in courage would dare the dark realms, let him be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber, then to reveal I to him the great mysteries. The children of light sleep in Amenti, beneath the sunken islands of Atlantis. Once in a while they incarnate to teach and guide, leading men from the darkness to light. Here in the halls of Amenti, death frees Thoth from the bondage to live as long as he wants, and choose his own moment of death, so that he can be a guiding light for men. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth are believed to have been discovered inside the Great Pyramid, said to be written by the Egyptian god Thoth or the Greek sage Hermes Trismegistus, at least 36,000 years ago. The work is the foundation for the Hermetic philosophy and alchemy. Readers accompany Hermes on his journey from Atlantis to ancient Egypt and learn secrets to spiritual attainment and immortality on the way. When Thoth died, he traveled through space and saw those he had conquered, the Ether, constructed a planet, and created out of the Ether cities of rose and gold. They created these from their thoughts. We are not of earth, but children of infinite cosmic light. Only wisdom can free us from bondage. In the end, nothing but the progress of the soul matters. In the following passage, Thoth seems to be telling us how to create. Deep in the silence, first you must linger, until at last you are free from desire. Conquer by silence the bondage of words, abstaining from eating until you have conquered desire for food. That is bondage of the soul. Center thy soul in a place of thy consciousness, shaking it free from the bonds of the night. Place in thy mind, place the mage thou desirest. Picture the place thou desirest to see. Vibrate back and forth with thy power. Once your soul is free from bondage, you can seek wisdom, free from the fetters of the body. Wisdom is power. Don't be proud of your wisdom. Discourse with the ignorant as well as the wise. Listen to knowledgeable, as wisdom is everything. Speak up in the face of evil, for truth, like sunlight, shines above all. Follow your heart. Do more than what is demanded of you. Use your riches in the right way. Share your resources with your friends. Seek out a spiritual guide. Those who are guided don't go astray, but those who are lost can find a straight path. Don't listen to gossip or gossip yourself. Silence is great. The senses are illusions. Turn thy thoughts inwards. Know, O man, that light is thy heritage. Know that darkness is only a veil. Tablet 5. The Dweller of Unal. In mighty Atlantis, the keeper of the way, master of Unal, Horlet, dwelt in the temple built not by children of men. Horlet, not of the race of men, showed the path to attainment. He divided Atlantis into 10 kingdoms ruled by men, and in another he built the temple from his thoughts. It covered miles, deep in its heart, the essence of light. He filled its chambers with the forms called forth from the ether. 3 of them became his messengers to the kings of Atlantis. On the island of Undal, he placed the teachers of light to men, each trained for 15 years. Thoth was summoned to the temple by one of the 3 messengers. There Thoth trained, then found Amenti. Atlantis fell because some too proud of their knowledge dared to enter Amenti in order to get greater knowledge. All the islands were destroyed except Unal, and the part of the island where the sons of the dweller teachers of the light lived. The gateway to Amenti was also destroyed. Thoth was then instructed to take the sons of the dweller, sons of Atlantis, to Egypt in his spaceship, which today lies buried beneath the Sphinx. Thoth further beseeches the children of Kem to turn away from the darkness to the light. He speaks of the great void from which all existence was created with the power of thought. When he asks the dweller whether this thought was eternal, he is told that the law of time came into being so that eternal thought could exist. Quote, time does not move, rather we move through time. Time does not change, rather we change in time. Time separates events and gives them coherence. And even though in time ye are separate, yet still are one in all time existence. Thoth gives us the powerful word which can open hidden planes to us and bring us power. Tablet 11. The key to above and below. This section is essentially about oneness. In infinity, there is no above or below, only oneness. The consciousness of the masters of wisdom is within us. As the Lord of the Nine tells Thoth, in the end, nothing but the progress of the soul matters, for the body is transient, as are worldly achievements. Thoth reveals another startling secret. Know ye that in the pyramid I built are the keys that shall show ye the way into life. Draw ye a line from a great image I built to the apex of the pyramid, built as a gateway. Draw ye another opposite in the same angle and direction. Dig ye and find that which I have hidden. There shall ye find the underground entrance to the secrets hidden before ye were men. In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, the 12th and final law, the law of cause and effect, and the key of prophecy. I was amazed and delighted to come across the subject of karma, cause and effect. In fact, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth seem Buddhist in essence. Thoth tells us that we can know the future if we know the cause of the future. As the Buddha says, to know the future, know the present. According to Thoth and the Buddha, the future is not fixed, but varies according to the effects created by causes. Thoth warns of the wars which will have the races of men. Then men shall again conquer the ocean and the air, and once man has harnessed the lightning, the great wars will shake the earth. And then when the sons of the morning come to guide man, the ancient home of my people will rise from its place neath the dark ocean waves. Man will progress until he dissolves into the light and becomes one with the source. In a time that is yet unborn, all shall be one, and one shall be all. In the end, Thoth urges us to call on him, call his name 3 times in a row.